Hi guys, welcome to the documentation of Gizmo Creator. This documentation will evolve over the years like for any of my add-ons. So what are gizmos? Those are gizmos. They are meant to be in the 3D view, to be at the same place over the time, and to let you, for example, edit the view like that, or some properties of the view. So what I wanted was to let you create gizmos as you want and let you move them directly in the 3D view. Okay, so for example, this gizmo is for modifiers. I can hide the modifiers like that, and I can also edit the modifiers on the fly. As you can see, I will change the settings of the modifiers. With this add-on, you can create different types of gizmos. This one is for animation, this one is for painting. If I go in texture paint or vertex paint, I will be able to set the color, as you can see here, for my painting. This one is for modifiers. If I have any modifiers on this object, I will show them. This one is to import-export. I can export with a drag up the FBX, or drag down, I will import the FBX. You can create anything you want. This one is for primitives. This one is another test for primitives, like that. I can click or I can drag directly up, left, and down. And create a different type of primitives. You will have 20 action per gizmo. So let's see if I select this one just to show you. You will have the click actions with click, shift click, control shift click, like that. The drag action, drag up, drag down, drag left, drag right. So this is really nice. Per preset, you can add as many groups as you want. You can add as many presets as you want if you want to, and in each group you can add as many gizmos as you want. So like that, with this add-on, you can create a preset for animation and add different groups of gizmo to populate your 3D view that will be visible only in sculptor mode and that will fit exactly your workflow. You can create the add-on of your dreams with this add-on because I made this possible. I try to make it as simple as possible to use. For example, if I create a new preset, I will create here a new preset. I will have my gizmo, I can move it in the 3D view, I can edit the group of this gizmo as I want, I can edit the color of the group. So let's use something like that. Okay, so this is nice. I will have also my gizmos here. I can change the icon like that. I can change the settings of the gizmo. I can make it visible only, for example, if I go in sculpt mode or object mode. So now, if I select this object, I go in edit mode, as you can see, I will not see the gizmo in object mode, I will see it, okay? You can customize gizmos, you can use custom color for each gizmo to have something different. Same for the highlight, I can make something, let's see, like that. And as you can see, boom, that will give us different results. You can edit the scale, you can add a Blender icon, you can add custom icon, you can also add text. If you want, you can use some emojis, like this, okay? You can edit the size, the position, like that, and boom, I have my gizmo. You can also, like for the modifier, use properties as text. Okay, and with this one, it will edit the thickness of the solidify. And as you can see, I have the description, and the description will be fully automated. And when you will add a description in your actions, you will have it in the tooltip here. So like that, I can do that and see the result directly here. Okay, so I have this first gizmo here, I edited it, I can now add an action. You will have the help here if you want. You can add operator, properties, menus, and Python files. You can select, and let's see, I will add a cube. So now if I click, it will create a cube, as simple as that, okay? Let's remove the condition for this one, and now it will also always be visible. Okay, so for operation properties and Python file, you can add action rules. For example, if I'm creating a cube, I can replace it if, the action can be replaced if I'm in script mode to make something different, or I can add another action. So for this one, I want to use subdivision surface at level 2. And when I will click on my cube, it will create the cube, and after that create the subdivision surface 2. So if I click, boom, I have exactly what I wanted. This is a macro system, so you can create whatever you want, okay? So you can copy, you can duplicate, you can move, you can do whatever you want. You can create a different type of gizmos, as you can see here. And if I want to add, let's see, another group for this gizmo, for this preset, I can, and I will have my group here, and I can add any action on this one. So 20 action per gizmo, fully customizable, create as many preset groups and gizmos as you want, and you can share the preset with your friend. So that's it. So now let's see how the add-on works. Let's see how to install the add-on. Click on the Edit menu, choose Preferences. You will have the preferences here. Go to the Add-on tab, and at the top right corner, click on this little arrow. Click on Install from disk. Select the zip file and click OK. It will automatically activate and install the add-on. After that, click on this little arrow, and you will have the information about the add-on, like that. You will have the info tab, the option, the documentation, and the links. Okay. In the info tab, you will have the check for update. Don't forget to activate in system network allow online access. If not, you will have this message, like that. Once you activate it, when you will restart Blender, you will see when you will have an update, and if not, you can check if there is an update. You will have the link for the stores to help to support my work, and after information about the support on Discord here. Some explanation about the add-on, the key features, and the limitation for gizmos. For the limitation, gizmos are made to be in the 3D view, and it's better to use only one 3D view when working with gizmos. After that, you will have some options. The panel category in the N panel, so press N in the 3D view. You will have Gizmo Creator, the panel category, and you will have the help here. So if you disable it, you will not see it. If you enable it, you will be able to click up, let's move this, and have some help directly in the add-on. I will create a preset, and you will have help on the other part, like that, of the add-on. Okay? Let's press N. Let's continue. You will have a documentation here. That will not be exactly the same as this one. This one is more to explain how works the add-on, and this one is more to show you how you should use the add-on. Do this, do that, and this one is why it's like that, how it's like that, etc. After that, some links, and that's it. If you want to update the add-on, remove the add-on, uninstall it, restart Blender, and install the new version. Let's see how to create our first gizmos. Open the N panel, press N, and you will have it. Go to the add-on category, and here in the preset tab, I will click on create preset, because I want to create a preset. In the preset, you will have preset 1, and you can have many presets. In each preset, you will have groups, you will have many groups, and in each group, you will have gizmos. You can have many gizmos like that, okay? You will have the move gizmo that will allow you to edit the gizmo, let's see, like that, or make it like that, okay? It's really up to you. And you will have the gizmos. On each gizmo, you can add 20 actions, click actions, drag actions, etc. Okay, I want to add a cube on this one, so let's rename it add cube. I will copy this text and press enter. The icon is okay. I will go in the click action, click, and let's copy this to the description, like that. because like that, when I will add an operator, I will have my description automatically updated. Okay, now I want to add a cube in the operator. I can add properties, menus, and Python files. Click here. I made some search previously. You can click here, mesh primitive, add cube, and bam, that's it. Let's get rid of this one. If now I check, I will have the click add cube. Like that, I will have my cube. So as you can see, this is as simple as that. On this one, let's add a cylinder. Let's copy all of that. Hoopla. And press enter. In the click action, let's copy this. Here, what I can do is search here if I want, or search here. So I need to use my mouse. Let's enter cylinder. Press enter. As you can see, mesh primitive cylinder add. Bam. Now, let's get rid of this one. If I click, I have my cylinder. Let's edit the icon. Just click on the icon, enter cylinder, like that. Click, and that's it. I have my icon. Same for this one. Add grid. Let's copy all of this, press enter. Click here, up, grid. Select the icon you want to use. Let's copy the description. And here, I showed you two ways to add operators. You can also do that. Add, mesh, right click on the grid, and copy Python command. If I do that, bam, I will have my grid now. If I click, I have my grid, my cylinder, and my sphere, my cube. So as you can see, this is as simple as that. Let's see the preset part. So as you can see, you have the preset here. You will have three icons. This one is to open the browser to my other add-ons. This one is if you activated the help in the add-on preferences. So you will have this one, how to use the add-on with different steps. This one is for the presets. And when you will create presets, you will have more help in the UI. So when you want to create a preset, you can click on create preset. It will create a single preset here, as you can see. You can also, let's get rid of this one, load an existing preset. So let's come here, let's select, let's see this one. Here, okay? Let's get rid of this one. You can also click here, and you will have some presets I added in the add-on. I add more later. So you can just click to select the presets you want to use, and that's it. You will add the presets for animation. You can play, add a key, remove the key, etc. Let's get rid of this one. Okay. So when you create a preset, you will have this. Okay. You can save the preset or load the file. You can create a new preset, remove the preset, or duplicate the preset, as you can see here. You can also lock a preset, so like that you will have your gizmos and the UI will be locked, like that. If you save the preset, let's save this one, up, I will save it here. You will have overwrite and reload the preset. If, for example, I add some gizmos, if I click on reload, it will reload the preset from scratch. If I do that and click on overwrite, it will overwrite the preset. So let's get rid of the preset. Load this preset once again, like that. Click load, and as you can see, it has been override. And if you check, you will have here an icon. With this one, you will be able to toggle the gizmos in the viewport, like that. If you put your mouse on it, you will see that shift+click will load the preset. So shift+click, I will be able to load the preset. After that, you will have a ctrl+click that will open the, for example, let's come here, let's hide this, ctrl+click, bam, that will set directly the end panel on the panel from the Gizmo Creator. And ctrl+shift+click, you will add a new preset, like that. Here you will have the list of the presets. you can select the preset you want to use directly. Let's see the groups. So you have to know that in each preset you can add as many groups as you want. In each group you can add as many gizmos as you want. Same for the preset, you can have multiple presets. So let's hide this one. I have the groups here. Same as the preset, you can add a group, remove a group, like that. If I have several groups, you can move them like that, as you can see. You can duplicate a group, and if, let's see, I have two presets, let's create a new one, reselect this one, I can take this and paste it to the second preset, like that. I will click OK, and if I check, I will have my group here on my second preset. Okay, let's get rid of this, and in fact, let's get rid of that. So, let's clean all of that. You will have the color for the group. If you click, as you can see, you can change the color of the group, like that. And after that, you will have the settings for the groups. The name, you can double click here, for example, Gizmo group, just enter this. A description, so let's name it my description. Like that, hopla. Okay. One thing to know is that I will control X this just to show you that if you use _n, you will be able to break lines. So for example, my description, I will do that, and hello, this group is for up, bam bam bam. And as you can see, I will have this, and each time I will add this, do that, hop, it will add a line. So it's perfect if you want to explain what the group is for and what you can do with the group. If you want to remove everything, just do that, and that's it. After that, you will have the condition visibility. For example, the group will be visible if we are in object mode, and not visible if we change the mode. You can enter the condition here, or you can search for an existing condition I added. For example, for the mode, I will choose object mode. Okay, so if we check, we will have this context object mode and context object mode equal object. So if, context object, if we have an object and the mode is object. So I will go in edit mode, and as you can see, I don't see my group anymore. If I go back to the object mode, I will see it. If I go to the sculpt mode, I will not see it. So like that, you can create groups depending on the condition you will add here. You can have some other conditions, for example, if it has an array modifier or something else. It has parent, etc., etc. I added as much conditions as possible, and you can search for conditions. Let's enter edit, and you will have a bunch of conditions with edit inside. Okay, so let's continue. Let's remove the condition. You will also have a color condition. So if, let's see, I go in edit mode, so let's choose edit mode, I will have a color. So let's go in edit mode, bam, now I have this color. I can obviously change this color and the highlight too. So like that, I can have this result. So this is pretty ugly, but as you can see, if I go back, I will have the color and highlight from the group. You will have those settings here, color and highlight. For example, if I copy this and change this to 0.7, up, I will have a different, slightly up, more visible highlight. Okay? So it's up to you to add conditions, descriptions, and color conditions on your group to do whatever you want. After that, you will have here in the color, position, and layout settings some settings. The position of your gizmo. As you can see right now, it's on the right. So if I do that, it will follow this view, okay? I can set it to the left at the other part. I can also move it, obviously, as I want. If I do that, I will have it here. If, let's see, I split my area and use the shader editor, if I move this one, it will follow. But if I use it on the right, if I move this one, it will not follow, okay? So you need to take this into account when you will place the group of gizmos. You need to place it at the top, left or right or bottom, and when you will add something like that, as you can see, hop, the gizmo doesn't move here, but if I move it to the bottom, let's place it here, it will follow here. If I move it to the top, it will not move, okay? So take this into account when you will create your gizmos groups. After that, you will have the position. So you will see that the position change if I am using the move gizmo, like that. You can also enter the position as you want here. You will have the scale of the gizmos, as you can see, like that. You will have the line spacing. So you can edit the scale and the line spacing, like that. Take into account that on gizmos, the Blender icons doesn't change the size when you scale them. Let's hope they will change this, because those icons can be bigger if we change the UI of the viewport, okay? The UI, in fact, the scale of the UI. After that, you will have gizmo per line. You can decrease the number of gizmo per line to make something like a grid, as you can see here. You can do that. You can hide this gizmo, so like that you will have whatever you want. Let's add more gizmos just to show you, like that. Up. Okay. So now you will have the circle mode. So if I click, it will activate the circle mode. And with this circle mode, I will have the radius up. And in fact, this one needs to be updated. This is, yes, this is this circle radius. This one is for the second circle radius, my bad. The spacing. So the radius, the gizmo per line. So you can add more line, as you can see, and it was this one for the second line. So let's increase the number of gizmos, up, like that, up. Let's increase the gizmos per line, and as you can see, let's add more, up. You can make something like that, okay? Maybe I should rename this one for a second line spacing. Okay. Let's clean some gizmos. Up, I have way too many gizmos. I added a confirm because if you are too fast, you will remove the gizmos, and sometimes it's not good. So I have this option on circle. So if I click, it will place the center gizmo, the move gizmo on the circle. If I do that, as you can see, that will give me this result. Okay, so this is nice. I can also choose one of those gizmos to be at the center. So for the gizmos one, let's change the icon. Let's use, let's enter Blender to have the Blender icon here. And let's choose the Blender icon, the gizmo one with the Blender icon here. So like that, I have this. I can hide it. And just like that, I will have the gizmos with this one at the center. Okay? So that gives you some possibilities to do whatever you want. So that's it for this part. And you need to know that, let's remove the uncenter. On the move gizmo, you will have some possibilities. So click and drag will move it. Shift and drag will change the spacing. The spacing in the line and circle mode is not the same, so Ctrl+Shift will switch between this one, like that, okay? So sometimes you will want this, sometimes you will want that. Shift will give you this result, like that, in line mode, and Shift in circle mode will give you the uncircle option, like that. Okay, Shift right, shift and top will change the size of the gizmos, like that too. So as you can see, you have a lot of possibilities. With the line and the circle mode, you can do whatever you want, you can place them where you want, you can save everything. And when you will save your preset, so save my current preset, up, to be sure, yes, test. And if you remove it and load the new one, up, this one, bam, everything will follow. Okay, so this is nice. And that's it for the gizmo groups. Now let's see the gizmos. I will make this like that. Let's keep it big so it's nice like that. Okay, so let's hide this and let's hide that. As you can see, we have the gizmo part. You will have the help for the gizmo part, as you can see here, with everything you can do. With this one, you can create gizmos. You can rename gizmos. Let's name it Blender. Hop. Like that. You can change the icon, so let's name it add cube, and I will have a cube. This one add cylinder, so let's add a cylinder icon, like that. Okay. This one, let's name it YouTube. You will see for why for YouTube. Hop, and that's it. So you will have the color for the group, but you can also change the color if you click here to use custom color. And like that, you can choose, let's use, since it's Blender, let's use an orange, like that. So I have this orange only for this gizmo. For the cube, I can add also a color. So let's make this like that. Up, let's make it up like that. I like it like that. Okay, so you can set a color per gizmo, and if you go here, you will have gizmo color scale icon and text. You can also edit the highlight color, same as the groups. So let's increase this to that. So now, as you can see, up, select this one, up. I like just to make something like that, and that will give me this kind of result. Okay, you can also make this and make it darker, so to see the difference when you move your mouse on this one. Okay, so let's continue. You can disable, you can add an icon, a text, a color. Here you can add gizmos, you can remove gizmos, you can add spacers. So if I click, I will have a spacer. I will move it, and as you can see, it created a hole, a space, in fact, between two gizmos. You cannot change, in fact, yes, it's possible to maybe to change the size. I will see this later if I add the option here to change the size of this gizmo. Could be interesting. So like that, you will be able to do whatever you want. Okay. Same, you can rename the spacer. You cannot add an icon because we don't want to see an icon or a circle here. You can duplicate a gizmo, like that. This is a new spacer, I just duplicated it. And if we have this result, it's because in the group, as you can see here, I have 7, and if I add 8, I will have this result, okay? So take all of this into account. For the gizmos, you can, if you check here, you will have the edit Blender gizmo. You will have the name, and you will have the top descriptions. If you click Blender, no action assigned. If, let's see, I add a description, so let's name it Blendy, like that. If I check, as you can see, now I have my description. I have the bottom description. I will make hello, like that. If I check, I have hello. Same as the group. If I enter this, I will make Lolo. If I check, I will have 2 lines with my description. Okay, so you will see that the description is made automatically. Right now, I don't have any action assigned. If on the cube, I will assign an action on the click, I will choose an operator, I will add a cube primitive, like that, okay. Now I will have my, operator. I need to add a description to have something clean, add cube, and now I will have a cube, okay? I can still add a bottom description or a top description, add a cube in object mode, like that, and if I check, I will have my description, okay? So this is nice. If you don't want to use a description at all, you click here, and you will have no descriptions. It's not possible to not have the tooltip. If you don't want to have the tooltip, you need to go in the interface and don't use that. But you will lose every tooltip on the other gizmos, okay? So same, take this into account when you will want to create the gizmos. On the spacer, sadly, you will still have a tooltip. Okay, let's continue. You will also, same as the group, have a condition visibility. If I choose object mode, this gizmo add cube is visible in object mode, and if I go in edit mode, as you can see, it's not visible anymore, like that. Okay, so this is a visibility condition. Let's get rid of this one. After that, you will have the possibility to customize your gizmo. In fact, I should name customize gizmo. It could be nice, in fact. I used the use color, like that. Okay. I can use custom scale to make it bigger, but as you can see, the spacing doesn't change. So if I wanted to add a size of the space in the spacing, it will not change anymore. So anything. So let's keep it like that. So you can add a different size if you want. Okay. If I enter 1, I can disable it. After that, you can use a Blender icon. You can select an icon here. You can control and middle mouse up to zoom on the icons, like that, okay? Or you can search, same Blender, my bad, I have my selection here, I can use this one, let's try to use this one. It doesn't want me to use this one, okay. So let's remove it. I think I have a little bug on this one, where is this Blender icon? It's interesting. Well, I will see this later. So yes, let's try something. Cube. Will it change? Yes, as you can see, I need to update the UI. So let's rename it Blender. Let's use this one. That works. Okay, so this is nice. Let's use the cube. Like that. Okay. Let's continue. As you can see, even if I release the add-on, I still have some work because there is so much things to think about this add-on and all the possibilities, and I will work on it like my other add-on for years. So let's continue. You can add a Blender icon, you can add a custom icon, so let's go on the YouTube here. Let's use custom and choose for an icon, like that, and I will have my custom icon for YouTube, okay? You can also have a text, in fact, let's use this one, choose text, and you will have a text. With this text, you can use the text as you want, so let's enter hello. As you can see, normally it will shrink the text to 4, and if you change the size of the text, it will work. Okay, you can edit the offset X and the offset Y. Could be nice also for the text, maybe to add something like that, underscore, let's name it Toto, and as you can see it doesn't work, but could be nice to make it work. I will check how to do that, because I can see the need of that to do whatever you want. You can edit the font, so I will click here, I will choose a font, this, and let's activate, in fact, this, and choose font, and add the font I want, and as you can see now, this is like that. Can edit the size, and boom, I have my text that is like that. You can also use emojis. So I will use text. I have the emojis here, like that. You can use the emojis you want. Same, you can zoom up on the I need to change this. On this to see exactly the emojis. So I have this one. So let's decrease the size of my UI. Up. And I can edit this, like that, the offset, the size. Up. You can press shift to slow down. Up. To make it perfect. Like that. Okay, so this is nice. One thing I forgot to tell you is that you can use a custom color and you can put the alpha to 0. And if you want, you can also decrease the alpha of this one up to have something like that in the UI. You can change the color up. Let's make it red. And bam, I have something nice like that in my UI. Okay, and this, contrary to the Blender icons, can change the size. If I edit the size, as you can see, it will work. Up. Maybe I could update the size and make it bigger, but I think this is already nice. We'll see later. Obviously, for this one, you can edit it like that. Let's try to enter 6 if it's no, I added 3 as the max because we still have the circle for the object. Okay, let's enter 2 and that will give us this. Let's move it vertically. Okay, so as you can see, you can add as many anything like that. Let's add a keyboard, let's add this, let's add that. I added some emojis here, as you can see. Yep. You can add more emojis. I added 2 websites. You click here, you will have 2 websites to copy paste the emojis directly here. So like that, you can do whatever you want. I forgot to show you something for the text. It's the display property text. This one will display a property from Blender or an add-on. For example, I have the resolution X for the format. I will right click, copy data path, like that, and I will click here to activate it. Ctrl V, and I will have this. So this is render, so that should be context.scene.render resolution X. If you edit the resolution, as you can see, it will follow the property like that. Okay, I can edit this and edit that. Up, edit the position in X and Y. Up, let's enter 0 for this one and 0 for this one. Okay, so as you can see, this is nice. You can see the property of your scene, of your modifiers, of everything. You can also add a prefix, so rx, do that. That will give me this result. After that, I will just have to edit this, okay? You can also add a suffix, or let's use x, maybe like that. So you can do whatever you want. This is nice. Okay, so that's it for that. Let's continue with the action rules. As you can see, I rename this. This is much better like that. So the action rules will allow you to edit the gizmo, color, icon, etc. depending on a condition. As you can see, I have 0 here. That means I don't have any action rule. So I will add an action rule like that. So rule 1, you can edit it. You can do that, disable it, move it, remove it. Let's add a condition. I will choose edit mode, like that. If I'm going in edit mode, I can change the color. So let's go in edit mode. And as you can see, the color changed. If I change this color, as you can see, it will work. Okay, so this is nice. Let's disable this. You can also choose to change to something like a Blender icon. If I go here, as you can see, I have my icon. I can change this to something else. Up, As you can see, that works. Same for the custom icon. You can select an icon here. Let's use this, or maybe use the logo, in fact, why not? Here, if I go in edit mode, I have my logo here. You can also change to a text. Same, let's go here, I will have my text. I can use a property, another property different from this one. I can change the font, I can change the color. So if I change the color, as you can see, if I change the font, it will change the font. I can edit the size. So let's make it like that. If I go here and here, okay? You can also use an emoji. Let's use this one, like that. I just have to move it correctly and scale it. The position is never the same with the emojis, so that's why I added the offset X and Y. Okay, so with the rules, like you can see, you can edit the gizmos, you can edit the color, you can edit the icon, you can edit the text, you can edit the property, etc., etc. You can add as many rules as you want, obviously, and like that you will have exactly what you want with your gizmos for the customization. Let's continue with the last part, the actions for the gizmos. As you can see right now, I have no action assigned. Okay, so on each gizmo you can add 20 actions. You will have 4 click action: click, shift click, control click, control shift click, drag up, shift drag up, control shift drag up. Same for drag down, same for drag left, and same for drag right. Okay, you will have this if you want some information about all of that. Okay, so for the click action, let's add something on the click. As you can see, I have this. I can choose between 4 properties: operator, property, menu, or Python file. If I want to add an operator, I can add the operator here. I can search for an operator. I will add a condition if necessary, and I will add the description. So this one, I will add a cube. Add cube, okay. In fact, let's copy this here, and you will see the description will be updated when I will add a cube here. So to add a cube, you have several possibilities. You can directly type the code here. You can search for this. You can search for cube, press enter, and I'm using a pen, so if I move my mouse, that will not work. For my pen, let's use cube, okay, and I can just click here, and I will have this, and now my description will be okay. Okay, you can also search, click here, primitive, add cube, basic. You can also remove this, click here, mesh, add cube, copy Python command, and paste it here. If, let's see, I delete this one, if I click, bam, I will have my cube. As you can see, this is as simple as that. Condition, I can be in object mode, so mode, choose object, like that. If I'm going to the edit mode, up, I will not be able to add a cube. As you can see, I'm pressing the gizmo, nothing happened. If, let's get rid of this, I'm in object mode, I have my cube. Okay? As simple as that. For this, same, you can add action rules. So I can add an action rule here. You can choose if you replace or if you add. That means if you replace, if I'm in object mode, I will add a cube. If I'm in edit mode, I will add an icosphere. So let's choose edit mode, like that. Okay. Add ico. Okay. Sphere. Okay. Let's go, in fact, add a cube. Let's go in edit mode. As you can see, I will have my description that will be updated. And if I click, I will have my icosphere in edit mode. Okay, this is an example. This is how it works. And as you can see, this is nice. So the rule, this one is to add a cube in edit mode, but I can also make something like add. That means this is like a macro. I will make this operation and I will create a new operation after. So let's test this. If I click and add a cube, it should add a cube, remove this condition, and add an icosphere after. Up, yes, I have my cube and I have my icosphere. So I can, for example, let's use modifier, let's use app subdivision surface level 2. Let's get rid of this one. And if I click, bam, I have my cube and I added a subdivision surface level 2. So as you can see, I added the search here, the possibilities here. You can add the basic modifier, and this one is to show you that if you want to add one of those parameters, you need to add this part at the end of this one. This one will add the modifier, this one will set the property of this modifier levels to 2. If you want to add this, for example, show only control edge, you can copy this, up, control C, Control V, and here I will make false first, false because I don't want it, and this is the show only control edges. Okay, it should work. My bad, let's come here, let's get rid of this in fact, and if I click, it should work. Yes, I have my level 2 and the optimal display of the show only control edge. So like that, you can do whatever you want. After that, I can add something else, etc., etc. This is a way to make macros with the operators. Same for the properties, etc. Maybe I should not use it for the menus, but it's fun. Okay. Let's continue. You can also add properties. For the properties, you can toggle, set true, false, add a value, or add a modal. Okay, so let's see the toggle. For example, you want to toggle something like the wireframe. Okay, so what you can do is copy the data path, paste it here, and as you can see, I will just have that. So since it's on the object, I will enter context dot object dot show wire. Let's hide the viewport wireframe, and the wireframe is on. If I click, as you can see, it will be off and on. It will toggle between the value. If I set it, let's make it false, it's true, it will make it true, but if I click, it will not make it false. If I choose false, it will work. Okay. On some properties, you can enter values. Okay, so let's check for a property with some values. Transform location maybe. Let's copy the data path. Let's use value. Or maybe use this one in fact. Let's use this. Let's copy the data path once again. Up, let's press enter. So this one that will be context space data. Context dot space underscore data, shading type, and I will use wireframe like that, wireframe. Okay, you can, if you want, not you in fact, you can, if you want, activate it, and you will have the everything here. Okay, so you will have wireframe. This part is the context path data you will put here, and this one will be the value. Okay, so normally, if I'm okay with this, if I click, bam, I will go in wireframe. If I enter solid, let's go back, like that, and I click, I will go back in solid mode. So this is the value for this. Okay, same, you can add conditional rules, after you can add rules, action rules, like that. Okay, After that, you will have the modal. So for the modal, what I want is to edit a value. For example, if I add a bevel modifier, hop, let's add a bevel modifier here. I want to edit this value, okay? So I will copy the data path. I will do that. Same, that will be context.object.modifier bevel with, okay. The minimum will be 0. The maximum, let's set it to, let's keep it to 10. And since it's a float property, I will keep this, okay. I can also use this up in this one, in the custom gizmo text. I will use property and I will enter this, okay. So I can enter a suffix, cm, like that, and I will edit the size. So now, if I click, I will be in the modal. If I click, I will be able to do that, or enter a value like that. That will work. One thing I can do, let's add a description, edit Blender bevel with, up, like that. I have now a description for this one, bevel with, and I want to copy this to the drag, so like that, if I go drag right and up, and left and down, I will be able to edit the value directly. So I will click here, I will choose the drag up, down, left, and right, and I will click on OK. So now, if I click drag, I will automatically edit the width of my bevel, okay? And you can do that with any property in Blender that has some values, okay? You can set the value, or you can use a modal to be able to edit it on the fly. So this is nice, okay? After that, also you can add custom rules, but I'm not sure that will work pretty well, those two. But it's possible to, for example, create a cube, add a subdivision surface, and after that, add a modal operator to edit directly the width. So if you add custom rules, you will be able to do that. So make it one operator, add in a rule in add, in this rule create a bevel, and add another rule, in this rule add a property modal, and like that, that should work. Okay? So that's it for the properties, and as you can see, this is nice. Up. Let's continue with the menu. Let's add a new gizmo here, and in the click action, I will choose menu. So as you can see, I removed the action rule for the menu, because with the menu, you just want to open a menu, you don't need action rules. Okay, so for this one, as you can see, you have some information here. You can search for a menu. I will choose add menu, so just click on add menu, like that, and if I click, bam, I have my menu. This is as simple as that. I can use the grease pencil menu, and it will show the grease pencil menu. I can use the empty menu, like that. For any menu in Blender, for example, the view menu, so it's view, so just keep this and enter view. It should work like that. I have the view menu, okay? It also works with menus from your add-ons, etc., etc. So you have to go in your add-on and check for the name of the menu, set it here. Same, you can add conditions and you can add descriptions. So on this one, I want to use the add menu, add, like that. I can use a text up, let's enter add. Let's use a font. I like to use a big fat font, up. Let's use this one, bam, I will have the add, can edit the size, and now I have my add menu, as simple as that, okay? One thing I forgot to show you is that for the cube, if I want to avoid this, let's remove this one, ctrl+X, press enter. To avoid this, I have to add a condition for the visibility. And in fact, I need to fix that if there is no cube. The simplest way is to do that. I can click here, modifier condition as a bevel modifier. And if I don't have a bevel modifier, up, and if I have one, I will see it. So this is a possibility to hide the gizmos you don't want to see if you use properties. But it should be better, I think, to add text. But in fact, the best is not to show the gizmo itself. Okay, so that's it for the menu. So let's name it add menu. I can, in fact, let's copy this, copy that, and to be sure, I want to be in object mode. So let's choose object mode. Same, I can copy this up to the visibility. Up. If I'm not in object mode, I will not see it. If I'm in object mode, I can see it. So as you can see, you can do whatever you want. And I forgot to show you, but on the gizmo, you can also add this. You can make the alpha to 0, and you can remove the icon. Let's press B, and you will see there is an icon here. This is blank one here. And now I don't see my gizmo. So this is a way to show you that you can do that. Up, like that. Let's remove this. Or let's keep that. Let's edit this. Let's make it like that. Okay? So that's it for the menu. Now let's see for Python files. Let's see the Python. Let's create a gizmo. Let's name it Python. And why not add an icon up like that. So this is nice. Click, choose Python. What I will do now is to select a Python file. So I will go in the example of code example in the add-on. I will use the add cube here, like that. Now I need an operator for that. So let's come here. I have this one. This is just a function. Okay. So I will copy this up here, and it will, let's move it, add a cube in my scene with a material, like that. Okay. You can add a condition. I want to be in object mode. So let's get rid of this one. Up. In fact, I can have an object, yes, context object and object mode, that will work. And bam, that will work. If I go in edit mode, up, nothing will happen. Okay. You can same copy this. In fact, remove this from this and use it for the visibility. So like that, you are always sure to be able to add this cube only in object mode. So this is a possibility. Let's get rid of this. I have another, this one. This is one for primitives. If I come here, this one will allow you to add different primitives. Okay. This is an example of code for you to see what you can do. It will add different primitives depending on the string property that you will use. As you can see here, I have the operator. I will copy this here, and it will create a cube. If, let's see, I enter something else, let's enter cylinder. Let's get rid of this one. It will create a cylinder. Okay. So with one Python file, you can create different type of primitives, like that. There is another one. This one is the sculpt brush. I add I add some other example, but those three examples are nice. This one will activate the sculpt brush of your choice. Let's use this one here. Up. This is the operator to call this one. So like that. And if I click, I will go in sculpt mode and with the smooth brush. Bam. If I want to use another brush, I can use the let's use the draw brush. Ctrl+C. let's come here, up, let's paste this, and this time it will be the draw brush. So if I click, I will have the draw brush. So same, if I want, I can set the visibility to the sculptor mode, up, like that. If I'm in object mode, I cannot see this. As you can see, that works. Same, you can add action rules, but in fact it's better to directly make everything inside the Python file. So that's it for the Python. Okay, let's see. Now you know how to create your own gizmos. You can customize them, you can add conditions, etc, etc. As you can see, this is pretty simple. Let's check some presets I added. So this one is for the animation, so let's show this. I can activate the auto key, I can click here, or I can also press shift and set start frame, like that. Same here, set start end. I can come here, add a key, come here, let's move it, add another key. So if I go back here and press play, that will work. Okay, so this is nice. Let's go to this one, control to remove it, up. Let's go to the previous one, control to remove it. If I active and press shift, I will have this insert keyframe menu. I can also do whatever I want. Okay, so this is an example up for this preset animation. Color palette, this one is interesting. It will be visible when you will be in texture paint mode, vertex paint mode for the object, and that will show you this. So let's hide this one. If I click, as you can see, it will change the color like that. This is a basic palette made by Lars, and you can do that and do that. If you go in object mode, it's not visible. If you go in vertex paint, you can change the color. If, let's see, you have a grease pencil, in fact, let's use this one, hop. If you go in vertex paint mode, you will see it, and same, you will be able to change the color. Same for the draw, up. Maybe not on this one, let's see, up. Yes, it works. So this is nice. I can draw with this color. And after that, you will have the sculpt mode, but there is nothing for the sculpt mode. So as you can see, this one works with object and grease pencils. And this one use a Python file. So if I check, I have a Python file, and inside this Python file, I added the colors. And each one use the same Python file like that. Okay, so this one is nice too. Modifiers, let's see, let's get rid of this one. Let's add this. Okay, I have a screw modifier here, as you can see. I just need to remove this one because it's using this name. Okay, so my add-ons add a name, so I need to make something to make it work. But as you can see, this one I can edit this, I can edit that, merge and flip. Okay, if, let's see, I add a solidify like that, and if I add a bevel, so let's rename just the bevel, remove the angle, up. I will have this, I can hide like that, and I can edit these settings, up, like that. Okay, so this is an example for the modifiers. Right now, like you can see, it works with the correct name. I will search a way to make it work with any modifier, but if you have two identical modifiers, I don't think it will work. That's why SpeedFlow is much better for that. Or with better pie menu, you will have the modifiers here. Okay. Let's continue. This one is basic, open, save, etc. You will have some possibilities, as you can see. Since we can add 20 operators per gizmo, you can do whatever you want. I added the drag down, drag left, etc, etc. This one is to create a new scene. This one is to open the recent. Okay, this one is to recover. This one is to import, click will import FBX, like that. It's shift+click will export. And if you move up, drag up, that will export, and drag down, that will import. Okay, so you can also do that. Same, you can link, you can append. And if I click here, I will have that. As you can see for this one, if you check at the bottom, I added a bottom description. Colors, red, the scene has not been saved. Green, the scene has been saved. And orange, the scene has been saved, but you made some additions. Okay, so the gizmo will change depending on the state of the scene. Let's add the basic primitive. So this one will just add some primitives. If I want to add like that a camera, as you can see, I added also something like that, a cube, a circle. Click will add circle with 32 vertices, shift+click 16, and control+click 8. Because sadly, with the gizmos, we cannot use the rodolast for the primitives, and in fact for anything. Since this is a click, it was not made for that. In fact, it was not made for all of that. For what I did with this add-on, the gizmos was not made for that. Let's hope they will not remove them. And that's why I added this, and in fact, like that it works. Let's see, let's get rid of that. If I click, I will have that, shift+click that, and control+click that. The click will be the value I use the most, the shift the other value, and the control the other value. Okay, so I set it as I wanted. You can make your own and do whatever you want. This one is different. If I click, I will add a cube, shift+click a cylinder, control+click sphere, and control+shift a grid. Same to the right, left, top, and bottom. And you can go way further than that. You can use the shift drag up, shift drag down. In fact, I did that with better pie menu. Up here, I have my primitives, and I added this on the primitives. Shift drag left will add custom cylinder. Control drag left will add an empty. So like that. Shift. Control Shift up, that will add a lattice. Okay, so this is different, and I also add custom operator, I think, if I did that. Yes, shift and drag up, that will add a custom operator from better pie menu. If you click, that will add those ones. So shift drag right, that will add this one. Parametric operator, shift drag down, etc, etc. Okay, so you can also call, for example, shift A like that. I have the Python, the operator here. I can just copy this and use this in Gizmo Creator. So this is nice. So let's hide this. Let's continue. Primitive do 2. This one is funny because it was to show that I can have this. And I can have different operators, like that. Up, let's select all of this. And this one will be like previously with the drags. And as you can see, the drags are really fast, and I like the drags. Up, I do whatever I want. Up, like that. If I click, that will give me this result. You can add 20 operations per gizmo, so you can do whatever you want. Now let's see the shading preset. Let's click here, choose shading. I will have this one. So I have the move gizmo here, this one, to move it. And I have some gizmos. This one is for the render engine. So let's go in click, and you will see that I did that. if I click, it will switch to cycle, and it will come back to EV if I click. Also, I can click like that and shift click like that. And same, I can add a drag if necessary. You can also add, if you want, some settings from EV and cycle, depending on the render engine that is set. It was just a test to show you that, for example, here I'm in solid mode. If I go in wireframe mode, as you can see, I have this color. So like that, I know which one is set. So to do that, this is simple. You go on the action rule of this one, and if I'm using the wireframe, I will change the color. And I set the same for the other modes, as you can see here. Okay, so this is as simple as that. Same for those buttons, and this one is to show the viewport wireframe. As you can see, it's on. If I disable this, it will be off. Same for the object wireframe, by clicking on shift, that will do that. And if we check, up, viewport display, this one will activate wireframe and all edge if I press shift, as you can see. Okay, so to do that, let's come here. I have the object wireframe. Let's hide this. On click, I have this one. In fact, I want shift click. I will have this. So on shift click, if I click, I will show the wireframe, and I added an action rule in add, and the show all edge. This one is equal, in fact, as the value of this other one. I could also use equal like that, and that will give me the same result, as you can see. If I do that, you will see, up, that will sync at one point. Okay? So this one is the same as equal, because this one, the value is equal to this, but I kept this one for beginners, so like that, then now it's simpler for them to understand. Okay? So this one is for the fast orientation, this one is for X-ray, and I added, in fact, let's do that, I added this one for the random color. So as simple as that, you can create gizmos, and if the action is true, you will see it directly here. Up. It seems I have a different color on those two, so let's check. Up. This one. Oh no, it seems to be the same. Okay. Bam. Let's go to cycle. You can do whatever you want, you can create whatever you want. It's not complicated with this add-on, I hope. So tell me if it is. Up, and let's see what you can do with this.